Hey Maisha, how you doing? Can you hear me, Maisha? Okay. Hello, beautiful. I'm doing okay. I finally got the phone charged up, so I said let me come live real quick. So yeah, hello everybody. Please make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. First of all, let me by saying, it's very viable. It hit the internet hard with the Chicago mother or her child being jumped by the kid. I like how the community came together for her. That was really, really nice that the community came to her. But because if you know I ain't gonna sit there and lie to you. First of all, let me tell you something. The badass should have been on a fucking t-shirt. I ain't gonna lie to you. Fuck with me and mine, you'll be on a t-shirt. This is plain out simple. And I feel like the only reason why those parents made those children come to the internet and apologize is because of what happened. Because I feel like if they wouldn't hit the internet, they wouldn't have made their children apologize. And that one little girl that came up there that was boo-hoo crying or whatever the case may be, you could tell her mama trained her what to say. But at the same time, you could tell mama told her to drop them tears. But she had to think about something to drop them tears. If anybody fall for that, you're a fucking fool. I'm just gonna play it, I'll tell you. But like I said, I'm glad it's good how the community came together. And I feel like the school wanna step up. I feel like because the school wanna step up, do something. This is what this is crazy because one of my kids went through school being put, and so in the process of they being taken during the time they was taken when the reports was made. The whole time when they asked me what was the purpose of studying in school, I stated, as a parent, I did what I felt like was right. Nothing was getting done about it. My child was getting jumped. Like I remember it's 2-3 days that she actually had the whole school was following her at the door. Like she was running for her life, but like they followed her all the way to my door. I never forget, my mom and my cousin was sitting in the house. I had just had surgery. The two kids, the kids, they was the third twins, and then I think it was like 5 siblings all together. But anyway, that was, I know who it was, but at the time I didn't know who the kid's mother was because we had just moved out here. And luckily, my cousin knew exactly who it was. I got on that phone, I called the manager. And like the manager said, she can't do nothing about it. If it happened to, whatever parts that happened in school, she can't do nothing about it. But once they get off that bus, that's their property. So yeah, she can do something about that. So she said if it happened again, let her know. But come to find out, the family that was bullying her, their mother was on a very, 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 very tight leash. She had one more complaint and she was gonna be evicted. I found this out through the process. The mother ended up, like I said, I ended up finding out who the parents was, and let me tell you, I ended up being good friends with them. And when I say they didn't play like they cracked down, like they didn't play like they made them apologize and the whole 9 yards. And then the craziest thing was she was being bullied because if you know me, you would think I used to be the candy lady out here before I got sick. When my lungs had collapsed, I was the candy lady. I had pickles, I had honey buns, I had all kinds of chips, I had all kinds of sodas, I had all kinds of candy bars. I had what a candy lady would have, like you name it, I had it. Even to the point I was selling loose cigarettes. I was even selling them as a pack if I had to. I was selling beer. I was selling all that stuff, and I made good money, but at the same time, one of the reasons why she was being bullied is because they was taking her snacks from her. I didn't know they was taking her snacks from her. She laid in front of the bus. This is the craziest thing. Where the bus stop was at, she was right next door is my cousin, the same cousin that was sitting in the house when they came trying to jump her off the school bus. So my cousin really was never home. She don't never really be home because at the time she was spending time with her daughter because her daughter was going through something, whatever the case may be, and the grandkids. So the neighbor let her know what they was doing, and so they can't. So now they never told me. So what I was told was they was taking Naeja snacks, and then they was turning around making her, they was bullying her by making her run back in the house and get the snacks that they wanted because they knew if she was sneaking out the snacks that they wanted. Half the time she was missing the school bus and she was walking to school because she didn't want me to know. But the truth ended up coming out though, but at the end of the day, I said it from the beginning, if that's really what it was, then they could have knocked on the door. I would have gave it to them. I mean, that's just how I am. But yeah, that was just like a crazy thing, and like when I really felt like I would have never known that mother was on. I would never know that if she had one place it was gonna be a fit. When I found out, I ended up talking to the mother, and once my lungs collapsed, when my lungs had collapsed, it traveled like the news. Like I remember like the nurse coming in here telling me like I was at ICU. I was directly in front of the nurse station, and I remember the phone kept ringing like every 2 minutes. And the nurse came in. She said, "If you think you're not loved," she said, "don't never think that." She said every single phone call was about you. She said everybody that's called want to know your status. She said it was to the point where they had to cut the phone. I remember they had to shut the phone off. That's just how bad the phone was ringing. They had to shut the phone off for a while because it was ringing so much. It was ringing. I mean, it was ringing like crazy. And then plus it was disturbing some of the people in the room. So and then another thing, Y'all, when my lungs collapsed, I'm telling y'all, when I say I was so scared to fall asleep, y'all, I stayed up for days. Like, they threatened to put me in a coma if I don't go to sleep. That's the only reason I went to sleep, because I didn't want to be put into a coma. I didn't want to be put into a coma. I didn't want to be put into a coma, dude. Like, because once they put you into that coma, there's no telling when you wake up, if you wake up. So I didn't want to go through all that. So I finally went to sleep. And I never forget when I finally woke up. She said, you get good sleep, don't you? She said, baby, she said, you can sound like a train. She said, you can sound like a truck in here. I said, my husband told me that. I said, all the guys I ever been with, my husband, the only one that ever told me I sound like a train when I sleep. But, so that's what happened. And so I came home. Like I said, it traveled the whole city. And so, when I first came home, I didn't drive, but see, I had a truck. I had a Chevy Tahoe at the time. And when my lungs collapsed, I drove to the doctor. On the way between McDonald's and going to the doctor somewhere up in there, my lungs went back down again. But I had, when it had collapsed, it seemed like I seen nothing but black. I had to fight myself to get up. When I fight myself to get up, I was struggling to walk. I drove to the McDonald's. Because by the time I walked, I couldn't sit down, I couldn't lay down, because I kept breathing like when I say I almost took my last breath. I know what it is. You like to take your last breath. I really do. And so, by the time I say it happened about 2, 3 in the morning, I say about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, something like that. I started feeling energy again. So me and Naeja stayed home with me that day. And one of my good friends, God rest her soul, she passed away from complications from the weight loss surgery. She actually had the weight loss surgery, and kind of find out the weight loss surgery wasn't done right on her, and they had to go back and cut her again. But one of the things that the doctor told her was, if they recut her, she might die on the table. She might not live long. They broke it down to her, and she said she'll take her chance of living instead of getting cut again. And she ended up she didn't like that the things that my mama said and did. Like, you gotta understand, you live with me, you know what's going on. Like, you was there when you witnessed me. My lungs collapsed, you heard me breathing so heavy, you got up and you tried to hold my arm and help me walk to the front room. So she was there for all of that. And so she was, I'm not gonna lie, she was an alcoholic. She was an alcoholic. And once I came home, it's like she was too busy. She was messing with one of the guys out here. He just passed away not so long ago, and every time you turn around, all they were doing was drinking. And they wasn't keeping, the house wasn't being clean like it should have been put away. It wasn't nasty, it wasn't junky, it was like here and there needs to be straightened up. And it's like she didn't. Hey Diva, how you doing, boo? She wasn't she was so busy to her drinking, and so because I had Department of Social Service involved and things like that, she didn't. My mama felt like she was drinking so bad. She had like 5, 6 beer bottles. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. She had like 5. She to the point you can tell when she tips because she don't put her cans in the trash, and she's by the chair that she was sleeping on. Cause my mama had found me this I don't know kind of it was like it was sort of like a recliner chair, but it wasn't a recliner. It had like it was like a long piece. You could actually sleep on. It was real comfortable. That's what she was sleeping on in the front room, and down there by where she was sleeping at was like 5, 6, probably more than that, cans of beer that she don't drunk, but she was just putting them on the side, but she wasn't putting them in the trash. So my mama felt some type of way because it got to the point where it got to the point where her and my son had to clean the house up. Like I remember they cleaned I remember they did a spot thing when I was in the hospital. I remember my son, my mom took my clothes to the laundromat and washed. I remember them doing all that for me. And my mom just felt some type of way, and so and she wasn't like what mom was saying, and cause she ended up moving out, and when she moved out, and not even a year after she moved out, she passed away. And I talked to her prior to her coming to my house. She said, I'll be out there first thing in the morning, I'm gonna come see you. I said, okay. And she was like, call me, tell me something. But anyway, so she called me, and a couple hours later she passed away. And I got on Facebook. When I got on Facebook, somebody that knows us sent condolences to her and her family. So I was like, wait a minute, because I just talked to her. So I called somebody that knew us personally. And she was driving, I never forget it. I called her and I was like, hey, you heard anything about Woody Whoop passed away? And she was like, hold on. She was like, hold on, I got to pull over. She said, girl, you just broke my heart. And I said, it's all on Facebook. She said, hold on. She said, let me call her brother, her sister, somebody she called. She said, I never talked to her siblings. And she called me back. She said, hold on. She called me back she called me back maybe like about 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, because she had to pull over and get herself together. And so she called me back. She said, it's true, she passed away. And I said, they found her, y'all. She was in the room, and they found her in, what's the best position I can say? Let's say you about to have relations and you get it from the back. That's the position she was in. And they said her window was up, and they said she had footprint in her window like she had company or whatever. And they say it took they say it took the shelf. They say the corners. They say she was in there for almost. They say the medical exam said she died like they say she died like 4 o'clock that morning. Well, when they called me, they asked me when did I talk to her, and I was like, it was late. So I talked to her like 2-3 hours before she passed. And they said she was in that she was in the position I just told y'all. And they said her pills were scattered all over the bed or something. Like they was like, it was something like, they don't know if she was making a sale, or they don't know if she got robbed, but her death was under investigation. And even though she died like 4:30 that morning, her sister said they didn't take her out till like almost 5 o'clock. And they wouldn't let nobody in, even though her sister was in the house. But her sister was normally go to work. Her sister had a job. And her sister now, she knows she gets up early in the morning, and she knows she wasn't up. And she would go knock on her room door. That's how they knew she was dead. Her sister, she didn't. So basically, the chef was in the chef where her sister lived in the country. The police department would go out that area. It was the chef territory. They said the chef was in the house. The chef wasn't. Hey Vicky, how you doing? They say that the chef was in the house and the chef wouldn't let nobody in the house. They say the coroner didn't get her to like, the coroner got there like a couple hours later, but, I just know her death was under investigation. And come to think of it, I didn't hear nothing else about her. I didn't hear nothing else about her. I don't know if they continue investigating or whatever the case may be. When I got the phone call again, she was like, they was asking me like, what was the phone call about? And, she was getting, she dead, not to be funny, so it ain't like I'm telling y'all her real information, but she was getting pain pills. And they was trying to figure out where her pain pills at. Come to find out, when I got the phone call, they asked me did I call her about pain pills, or did she talk to me about pain pills, and I was like, no, she did. That's not what the phone call was. The phone call was nothing about no pain pills when I talked to her. Because me and her was just, we was on that level, because the same way that I watched the first 40 hours, she loves Law and Order. She watched Law and Order all day, every day. Just like I watched the first 40 hours, she watched Law and Order. She was watching Law and Order when she called me. And when I got the phone call back, they was concerned about her pain pills. Come to find out, her pain pill, I told them, I talked to her earlier that day when she was at the pharmacy. Somehow, one thing about getting pain pills, when you get pain pills for so long, certain type of medication when you get for so long, the insurance won't cover it. It's not insurance won't cover it, they have to put in for it again. So the insurance, so it was so this is what it was. The doctor she was going to, and down here in our city, it was a thing about I don't know if anybody knew about it, but it was a thing going on about a lot of doctors was being false for pain pills. Like you had a lot of doctors actually writing prescriptions and getting the customers to fill them for them, along for them also. So that was a big mess that was going on in our city. So when that happened, the pharmacy stopped taking prescriptions from certain doctors. Certain doctors cannot, they would not fulfill, if a certain doctor gave you pain pills, they would not fill it. And so the doctor, one of the doctors she was going to, she's a doctor from Africa, and she was flagged. Hey kids, how you doing? She was flagged about pain pills, and so when she took the, so when she got the call, when I got the call about it, I didn't know like all the doctors or whatever, because I wasn't into all that to find out what doctors can write prescription up, because the doctor, I was doing okay. The doctor that I was at the time, they like the best doctors, and so I never had that issue. But anyway, the doctor she was going to, she called me. She was talking about it. She said, so they told me what happened. So she told me what happened, whatever. She said, I gotta find me a new doctor. I said, well, yeah, you better do that. But I didn't know that she didn't find her new doctor yet. So she took the prescription. She had to go to the doctor. She took the prescription to the pharmacy. The pharmacy wouldn't sell. It was something about the pharmacy wouldn't sell her prescription, and then at the same time, the insurance wasn't covered. So when she was at the pharmacy, she was sitting there for hours, because that's just one of the things when you sell the opiates, people pretty much know about when you're going to have them every month. They are, some of them already be on it. Some of them already want to go ahead and pay you for it. Some already be waiting for you to leave out the pharmacy to meet them somewhere. And so, so they say they want me ready till tomorrow. So she had to wait till the next morning. So come to find out, basically she had to wait till the next day to get her pills. So that's what happened. So the person that called me, they was too busy worrying about her pain pills. Fuck her pain pills, she dead and gone, to be honest. And I'm just gonna keep it real. I wouldn't dare worry about somebody's property or worry something that's gonna make me money. I just don't rock like that. Like, she dead and gone, leave her legacy in peace. That's just how I feel. Like, whatever the case may be. But so she, like I said, so she was living with me when my lungs had collapsed. And like I said, she didn't like what my mom was saying. And so basically, like I said, she moved out. And it wasn't within a year that she passed away. And like, it was a shock to everybody. It really was. It was a big shock. But, you know, they're saying gone too soon. Everybody say that gone too soon. I say that with everybody that passed away, gone too soon. Because I just feel like, I just feel like if you don't, I feel like if you make at least being a senior citizen, I think you're being blessed. I'm be honest. But even though she wanted to move back with me, and we kept talking about it. We was talking about and discussing about her coming back and all that, whatever the case may be. But so when they say your mama knows best, your mama knows best, and my mama kept saying she don't need to come back, woody whoop whoop, and all this and whatever the case may be. But y'all, if she would have came back and passed away in my house, I don't know how I would have acted. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. My mom probably been distraught knowing that it take hours to bring somebody to pull somebody out the house when they pass away. Like, I just don't know where my mind would have been at if that would have happened in my house. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So, but I'm just gonna be honest, lucky I didn't have to experience that. But that's what happened. It's just like, so I say this, like I said, like I say, like even if she was there when she even was there when Naeja was getting bullied and all that in school. She knew all that stuff that was going on. That's why I say, and I feel like I just feel like that the school is a being bullied in school is a big issue because I feel like the school system is not handling that. Like I said, my prayers go out to that mother in Chicago and her baby. Once again, you know, I'm just gonna keep it blunt. Like I said, if it was you fuck me and mine, it should be on a t-shirt. This is no lie. I'm just not about to play with mine. Because I lost 3 years of my baby life that I can't never get back. And then I lost a year. I lost like 9 months with my baby girl. And that still bothers me to this day because how you release one child back and still keep another. When I tell y'all, like when 9 months, about 8-9 months came, they was like, there's no sense of keeping Tati in the custody. She was your mama from the beginning. She ain't got no issue with school. Blah, say. Go ahead and release her from the system and close her case out. And they was like, but on the other hand, Naeja won't be able to come back home yet. Because we feel like, this is what they told me, they feel like because what I was going through, that I won't be able to handle her. But y'all don't know what I could have did because at the end of the day, y'all didn't even give me the opportunity to see what I could do with Naeja. Y'all never gave me the opportunity. If y'all took my kids right after I came, not too far after I came home from the hospital. And y'all took her on the strength of what the school said. And then y'all want to sweep underneath the rug because I'm telling y'all she was being bullied. And I was telling y'all that even if you couldn't, you would have, yeah, like and the craziest thing, y'all, when I came home, when I was in the hospital, let me tell you something. This is the craziest thing. At the time my lungs collapsed, y'all, my son lived in Charlotte, North Carolina. From Charlotte, North Carolina to where I'm at is 4 hours away. My son was the first person that came to the hospital and walked through them doors. I ain't talking about people that actually live in my city, I'm talking about my son, 4 hours away. My son got that phone call, he was at work. He walked off the job, he didn't clock out or nothing. The manager called him, he told the manager, if y'all wanna fire me, whatever y'all wanna do, he said, I only get one mom. And he said, I only get one mama. And when it comes out of my mama, there ain't no question about it. The manager said, I understand. Take all the time you need off. You know what I said? Y'all, my son walked in the room, when I tell y'all, I broke down because it's just, sometimes as parents you can beat yourself up for all the wrong things that you did. But then when you turn around and you see that the love that your kids give you is like, do they really look at you different? Do they really, like, it's just a wonderful feeling to know that part of your life you live gone, but your kids don't see that in you. Like I just think it's a blessing because you got kids out there that hate their parents because they feel like they had to go through this and they had to go through that, and they don't. Like, it's crazy because y'all know I was a school teacher, y'all know I was a hood nurse, And my son, he he's a school teacher. He's in a master of Bible and social worker also. So it's like that school teacher, he took after me. And then it's like Naeja, she's a nurse. And I'm a nurse, but Naeja's certified. But I wasn't certified, I was a whole nurse. Y'all know how that goes. But Naeja's a nurse and she's certified. Tati, I can't think about Tati is, I don't know, so the thing about Tati is, she just applied for college, and she's gonna be going away soon, y'all. She's going to a college out of town. I'm not gonna say where, but Vicky, I will say this: she gonna be up in the area where you at, and she wants to be she wants to be a scientist or something like that. I ain't never think about being not like that song, but that's what she wants to be for, like, her talent. Like, she loves fishing. Like, on her spare time, she go fishing. And it's crazy because she never knew that I used to go fishing. I asked her what made her want to go fishing. And her friends kept talking about she got a couple co-workers that go fishing, and that's how she got introduced to fishing. So I finally told her, I was like, I used to go fishing, right? So I was like, what did you get out of fishing? And I wanted to know. She was like, it's like a relax. She was like, it's relaxed, it's enjoyable. And I was like, when you out there, it's like whatever issue you have, you don't think about. She was like, yeah, mama, I was like, that's just how I felt. But like her, like she's a go-getter. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, ever since Tati turned 16, Tati, and I'm telling you, since she turned 16, I have not brought Tati nothing, really, to be honest. Because anything that Tati wants, she make it. She'll go get her like me. Like, she got it from me. Like, she gonna make it happen. And she's like 2 times better than what I was making it happen. And so it's like all my kids got some type of, it's like all my kids got like the ability that I have, like all of them pull some type of ability from me. And it's like, wow, like I never thought that I'd have a school teacher. Like my son, he graduated. Actually, y'all, when I was in the hospital last year, when I found out, he called me because he went to a college out of town and they didn't have that information with the school that he was with. And the information finally came in. When it came in, come to find out he had all the credits he needed. That's how he graduated early, so that's what happened with that, and he got his bachelor's degree. Now he's back, he's still in school, but now he's going for his master's degree. So, he graduated sometime next year, I think he said. But we was talking on the phone not too long ago, and I just said, Dad, boy, you been in school forever. And he started out, he said, my friend said the same thing, because I'm telling y'all, my boy, he's 29 years old. When I tell y'all, he took a break from school. He took a break and he went back like he said he was gonna do. And when I tell y'all, my boy really been in school this whole time, like, cause to be a school teacher you have to do 4 years. And when I say he worked hard, he worked hard. And he deserved his diploma. He deserved his certificate, cause he did. And then you on the side, a lot of people don't know, but my son is a part of an organization where they feed the homeless. And when they feed the homeless, I contribute to it. Just like they just did some type of homeless thing. Was it last month, before last? He called me and told me about it, and I donated that. And so yeah, I'm proud of my boy. And in his spare time, before he became a school teacher, he worked as a manager for Wendy's for years. And he never gave up. It was a time that he wanted to give up, and I told him don't never give up. It's just not your time yet. But if you keep the faith and you keep that mindset of what you want to do, it will happen. And I never forget it, because he kept applying for college and everybody was turning him down. When he finally got a letter, his dad, I never forget, he was visiting me. He was home visiting me. His daddy called. His daddy said, you got a letter from such school. And he said, I can't open it, Daddy. He said, open it to me, but it said, his daddy opened it. He said, you got to accept it. And that was a proud moment to see his face, because he tried so hard. And I know one of the issues was that he got accepted on a scholarship, and I remember they tried to help him out with it. But it was the problem was they didn't have the right tax information for me or his dad, so that was like one to hold us. But he finally got in there, and like I said, he did what he had to do. He's still hanging in there, and I'm just proud of him. And he made it right now to a bachelor's degree. He's working on his master, and he said once he gets his master, which will be sometime next year, I think he said he'll be done completely with school. So I'm just rooting for him. And for the Naija, she's a good nurse. But Naija wants to go to cooking school, and I think she's a good nurse, but I think her talent is more better in cooking. And when I say that, it's because she loves cooking. Like ever since my lungs collapsed, Naija started learning all these different recipes. And they was healthy recipes that she got off of TikTok. And she started seeing people on TikTok cooking and stuff. And it was like, I remember it was like spinach and chicken, grilled chicken. It was like all different type of vegetables. And I don't remember I can't even tell you what was everything in it. I just know it was good. And she started cooking a lot of healthy stuff, and she actually helped me lose weight during that time. And during that time, even the social workers were involved, and they was asking her, like, they even noticed the weight loss stuff, and I told them, I don't know, you gotta ask Naija what she been cooking. And they told Naija whatever she been cooking, whatever she been learning, keep up with, because she really helping me out. That's what they told me. But it wasn't lying to her, they was being honest, but I even agree with them too. But yeah, and so Naija the type of person, Naija, she'll catch an attitude if you go in the kitchen. Like, if you go in the kitchen try to cook, she gets mad. She really have that kitchen mentality in her. Like, a kitchen woman inside of her. Like, you know how a woman like a kitchen a certain way, and they got their stuff organized a certain way. Like you be looking for stuff and you don't know what stuff is. You have to go ask them what to say and all that. That's the same thing with Naija. Like it's down pat. Like even with Tati she used to go cook. Like Naija have an attitude, but Naija used to have an attitude, but Tati barely cooked though. But I know one of the things that Tati make a mean meatloaf, and I know Naija loves it when she make meatloaf. And I know one of the things, my kids don't they don't really like doing instant mashed potatoes. They like make the homemade mashed potatoes. And like, yeah, so like, Tata, she make the meatloaf, she make you some mashed potatoes. And she'll find some type of canned good vegetables. Like she might do corn, she might do peas, she might do green beans, she might do peas and green beans mixed together. So yeah, so I'm just proud of my kids, but I'm very proud of them, and I don't take nothing for granted with them. I appreciate everything they do for me. Like, my kids really take care of me, y'all. Like, when I say my kids take good care of me, my kids take good care of me. Like, to be honest, just with my kids alone, I'm not wanting for nothing. Like, I could be hungry and like Tati definitely make sure I eat. Like, if not, like she could come home from work, she be like, Mom, did you eat that? Yeah. If I say no, sir, she be ready to jump on night. Why you didn't feed my mom? And she like, don't make me call Dre or your sister, stuff like that. But other than that, they take good care of me, and it's like a blessing. That's even a more blessing. But even if they decide to move out, I will support them, and I'll be rooting for them. But they don't have to stay because they feel like I'm not gonna be good without them. When they feel like they ready, that's just what it is. But like my son, the only thing about my son is if I call him and tell him I'm home, he's gonna cash out me. If I call him and say I need help cleaning up or I need clothes washed, he'll be like, Mom, I ain't gonna lie to you, I ain't about to do all that. But what I can do is I see the money and you can pay somebody to do it, and that's what he'll tell me. But that's just how my son is. So, but when I say I'm not wanting for nothing, I'm not wanting for nothing. Like, I don't have to, like, I don't, as of right now, I don't have to sit here and worry about this. I don't have nothing to worry about. Because right now, I can honestly say I'm in good hands, so that's just like a blessing. But, and that's just what it is. But yeah, so, like I say, I just, I just feel for that parent in Chicago. Yeah. All right. No, I got no cash on me. What's wrong? You need what? Because we're going to put your tip money.
No. Only got one portion of it because Mr. Juan not there, and the money that I work with her with, that's the manager money. She got to separate it. And so don't nobody want to touch it just in case if something come up missing. And then the first thing they got to explain is I came up there to get my tip, but it's not gonna be blamed on me, it's gonna be blamed on them.
You need to get up the hard.
Yeah.
Alright. You wanna go get it now?
Yeah. Which ATM machine it take?
You gonna cross the street to the store. You got right to the Food Line parking lot. See that number right there?
You Tim know it?
Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, I'm gonna get Tim to do it.
Yeah. But I just wanted to bring clarity about that, and I definitely just wanted to say, I strongly send my prayers to Chicago mother and children that's being jumped, and and it's even more blessed than how the community came and look out for her. And I think I want to say it's a little big, I'm not sure. But one of the rappers are flying her out in Las Vegas for Christmas. He's taking them shopping. He wants to take him shopping and stuff, and have Christmas dinner with him and stuff. That I thought that was like wonderful. And then they also got her a new house in a new um in a total new area, whatever. So I just think that was a blessing. But like I said, I feel like if it didn't hit the internet, I feel like if it didn't hit the internet, like I said, the parents wasn't gonna make the church apologize. It's a badass kids because just because it's just you could tell how a child's raised. You could just pretty much tell like you got. It's not hard to read between the lines how you raise your children. And like I said, the little girl that was crying with fake tears, you could tell that was fake. You could tell her mama walked her through it and said whatever. Yeah, if you believe that, you ain't too bright. I'm just gonna put that. You're a fool if you believe that, cause it's just no way. It's just somebody don't have all their marbles, so it's the only one that's gonna believe that. And like I said, I hope people didn't believe that. Fake ass apology that little girl gave you, just not. And like I said, if it didn't hit the internet, their mom wouldn't never, the parents would never care, and their brother would continue on with her kids. And it's like I said, I feel like bullying needs to be addressed strongly, and I feel like if they can't get the bullying settled like they should, I feel like they should be working those schools to support me, period. Like whatever staff member that does not take that serious, I just feel like they don't need to be thrown in the school system. That's just my opinion. But and then I also seen where, I don't know, they say that Woody's little boy passed away. People making videos about it. My condolences to him and his family. That's probably a hard pill for him to swallow, knowing that he was like 5 months old or something like that. So that's kind of like a hurting feeling, but if it's true, my prayers go out to him too also. Now, what else I was just talking about? Let's see, I think what else I was talking. So the giveaway. So I know Thanksgiving is Thursday, but what I'm gonna do is it's gonna be a late Thanksgiving giveaway. Like I said, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna do the Christmas and the Thanksgiving giveaway all together. I also plan to do bingo that night also. I say it to the 27th. still got to 27 to enter to the giveaways. I'm gonna come back after the 27th, maybe around the first week of December, and I'm going to do the giveaway. And I'm planning also to do bingo that night. I think that was what I was supposed to say. Yeah. And so that's basically what it is. But you still have time to enter the giveaway if you want to. Just go underneath the post and enter to the giveaway. That way you just got into to a number, whatever the case may be. When I come back next week, or something like, yeah, next week, hopefully within a week or so, my next live will definitely be the giveaway live. I'm gonna work on getting the money on the cash out cards and stuff like that, whatever. So yeah, so we're gonna work on that, whatever. But other than that, I appreciate everybody that came to chat with me. Yeah, and I hope each and every last one of y'all have a wonderful Thanksgiving with your family. And I spoke to K-Love, and she's doing good. She's doing good. The group that she's in, she's into this group now. The group is about parents that, like, people that lost their loved ones, basically lost their mother or whatever. She's in one of those groups, and that group is really help her get through it. But I did talk to her. She said that she did say, thank you, Vicky. Vicky said everyone, prayers, all is well, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Yeah, and so I did speak to her. She did say that this would be her first holiday without her mama, and she don't know how she's just trying to get through the holidays knowing that she's not with her mother. So she did inform me about that, but other than that, she's doing good. So I don't talk to her that often. I check on her like every couple of weeks or whatever. But yeah, she did inform me, and that's what she said. But other than that, again, like I said, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I hope you enjoy your time with your family. And just know if you lost somebody, just try to feel if they was there, what it would be like. Ease your pain. Like, God knows I miss my sister. I miss my auntie. I miss my grandmama. You know, I miss a couple of my cousins. It's the left feel like when it come down to like holidays, we all may not see each other that often, but like when it comes down to holidays and stuff, we will cross each other at family members' house and stuff. So yeah, so I know it can be hard. It can be hard to lost to somebody that's no longer here, but you have to think about what if they was here, how would they just feel like they still here and live on their legacy like that. And that's just what it is, you know. My sister, she's the one, like my sister is the one that talk junk. Like she talks junk about people, stuff, food and stuff. So like, it's just like if you do my sister, you'll know like her spirit. And so yeah, so you just have to think about stuff like that. Like yeah, so but I know it can be hard, but just keep that in mind. But again, I thank you all for coming to join my live. Thank you all for the support. Those who still rock me, I appreciate you all. And about to say, yeah, but blessings to all. And until the next time, DTA, aka Don't Trust Nobody. And you're welcome, baby. Don't trust nobody and stay prayed up. Until the next time, I love you guys. I appreciate your support. And if God willing, I will talk to y'all soon.